Part 2. Part 2. Part 2 is here. Part 2 is here. We're doing the How to Make a Five Nights at Freddy's in Scratch Part 2 edition. So let's go. Let's do this. Michael, stop. It's not even Flickering Friday. Just stop. Stop it. Anyway, let us begin. So now that we've got a cool little static and cool music, cool flickering character, cool static, cool little effects, if you want to do this, then you can do this, but I'm going to make Michael disappear. So I'm going to add, get rid of that. So I'm just going to do this, and we're going to flip it like that. Creepy, 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 creepy. Yes, you guys don't have to do this, but oh, look at that. That's just so cool. That is just menacing right there, Anyways, so now that we've finished the effects for the main menu, we're gonna start going into some gameplay now. Let's start off by making a button. You can make this in any way you want, for example, let me get a few button examples, I'll be right back. So these are the 4 button examples, so you can have the one with color and an outline. You have the one where you have just the outline but no inside. You can have the one where it's just the color and no outlines. Or you could just do simple text. For this tutorial, I'm going to have a mix of these three button types. Well, not really, it's basically just gonna be these two, so get out of here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna make this black, and then I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna make it like that. So yeah, that's maximum awesome. Then after that, I'm going to get white, and that's what I'm gonna color the text. Now I'm going to put the text in there. Okay, what you want to write new game. You can choose the font of the text, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, doesn't matter what font it is. This is just what I mainly use, Then we're gonna make another one, and we're going to make the new button continue. There. So now we're gonna name the button. So I'm just going to name this simply new game button, and I'm just going to call this continue button. There. So now that we've got this down, what you want to do is you want to kind of want to slide the buttons into place. Now that we've done that, go to your new game buttons code, and you're going to do, when green flag is clicked, show set ghost effect to. You can set the ghost effect or anything, but I like to set it to 50. Now that we've done that, move this code into the continued button as well. And now what you're going to do is you're going to add forever, if, then else, and then you're going to put touching mouse pointer in that. So basically, we're going to have 2 costumes. So I'm going to duplicate this. Then I'm going to make the inside color different. So we're going to do that. And like that, so it looks really, really cool like that. So the 2 costumes are this and then this. So what you're gonna do is, when green flag is clicked, set ghost effect to 50 forever. If touching mouse pointer, then switch to costume 2, and if else, switch to costume 1. So we'll have that activated. So as you can see, it's a very normal button, but then when you touch it with your mouse, as you can see, it changes costume and it just looks very, very cool. Because, you know, we're making a professional Fnaf fan game here. It's really cool. Ain't that right? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Then what you're going to do is you're going to move that code into the continued button. Better get rid of that. So both of the buttons have this, and I also better make the continue button have an extra costume as well. Hold on, let me quickly do this. Adjust the size of the text a bit. And we're going to duplicate this, do it like that, and that's that. So if we start it, as you can see, both of the buttons looking pretty normal, but if we touch them, as you can see, they both can, you know, flicker like in different costumes when you're touching them with your mouse cursor. Really, really cool. Next up, we're going to do, you know how in Fnaf when you click the new game button, you usually get a newspaper saying new job open for a security guard or a janitor or whatever Fnaf fan game you're making. So you do that, and then we're going to make a new sprite, and we're going to make this a newspaper. Now this is probably the point where things get serious, and when I mean serious, I mean like you really get serious. So I'm just going to darken this a bit. And then we do that. Then we name this sprite newspaper or letter or whatever. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add little like effects. So effects. I love that word now. So we're going to do that and make this go like that. That works. So we'll do this because, you know, really cool. So we're going to do that, and we're going to copy this, and we're going to put it over there. So basically what we're doing is we're trying to make a professional looking newspaper for your Fnaf fan game. You also need a little box down here for like text saying this is the spot where you get hired, blah blah blah. You know, typical Fnaf crap. So yeah. Then we're going to do this at the top to kind of like condense it a bit, to like have the feeling of condensation. You can also put like a little logo up there, like really cool, really cute, and then I'm gonna do that. Now, this is where it really gets crazy. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to do this, but then we're also gonna have to do this. I'm gonna quickly extend that bit, and go to back layer. Then we're gonna copy this and do this again, and then we're going to like fit this one in here. You know what I'm saying? Then we're gonna do it again, but this is the last time we're doing it. So down here, so it's really, really, really proper. Do that. So no, back. 0, and make sure this is at 0, 0. You know. So as you can see, this is what we've got of our newspaper so far. It's just a little blank surface, not too much, but now we're gonna add an image here, you know, because that's what every Fnaf fan game has. So I'm going to go to our boy Michael. I'm gonna copy this sprite. I'm gonna make a new sprite. You can delete this after if you want to, but I'm gonna quickly group that. I'm gonna remove. Never mind, we're gonna ungroup that. We're gonna delete this, and then we're gonna group it. Then we're going to copy it. Then we go to our newspaper and we paste it. And we kind of slide Michael into position. And, you know, put him at the back. You know, put him at the back, you know. Yep, just slide him into position. Yep, this is what we need. And perfect. Now that we've done that, we're gonna kind of like make a little background behind him. Because it's a Fnaf fan game, you know. Let's just delete the sprite because it has no importance of us anymore. So, okay, now that you got your background in, what you're going to do is you're going to add some text. So, I usually like to do it in red, you know. So, I'm going to do help wanted, and I'm going to do a little exclamation mark. So, I'm going to put that in, and then I'm going to copy it, and like, kind of like, I don't know, like spread it a bit, so it looks kind of like a coming out at you effect. I don't know. I just like effects. Now that we've done that, I'm going to die. You're going to color the different texts in. So the first text can stay normal. The second text, we're going to make it a bit darker. So maybe I'll do 80. And for the front text, I guess we'll do a little bit of a good old 70. So as you can see, we got a nice little help wanted effect that it just looks very nice, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, we're just gonna do a little text. So I'm gonna do this and I'm going to change that to, I guess marker, and I'll do, I don't know, the Daily News 1998. You know, you gotta be like professional, you know? So the year is set in 1998 for my game. Then what you're going to do is you're going to, I guess I'll set it to, I guess I'll do handwriting. So I'll put it down here and I'll do, actually, serif, because serif is the best, and you know it. There we go. It's perfect. Payment includes $100 a week. And yeah, so you can put random stuff at the side, like, I don't know, I'm just gonna, just for all purposes, I'm just gonna do. As you can see, I've got my beautiful, absolutely beautiful newspaper. And if you want to make it even more professional, boom, skirt, boom, boom, Lamau, trash, kid. We're gonna put one of these in. Yeah, boy. Front. That's amazing. And as you can see, our newspaper is finished. I love all this stuff. Okay, let's see the final product. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful newspaper. I love the newspaper. It's the best. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love this. Okay, now that you've done that, you want to go to the newspaper's code. And you're going to do, when green flag is clicked, hide, set ghost effect to 100. So, as it starts, you can't really see it, which is really, really cool. So now what you're going to do is we're going to code the buttons now. So, go to your noon game button and do, when green flag is clicked, when green flag is, no, I'm just kidding, you don't need that. What you want to do actually is when this sprite is clicked, broadcast newspaper, and then You can just make it hide, but for me, I'll just do this. Repeat 10 times. Change ghost effect by -5. And then hide. So, it starts off as a normal project, but when you click the new game button, no, not -5, I meant 5, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean -5, I'm an idiot. So as you can see, it's pretty normal, but when you press the new game button, it just disappears, which is, it just fades away into the darkness forever. And then you're gonna go to the continue button, and you're going to do when I receive newspaper, and you can just basically just like shove that into the newspaper just like that, which is perfect. When I receive newspaper, repeat 10 times, change ghost effect by 5 and hide. So even when you press the new game button, both of the buttons disappear, which is epic, you know, very epic, you know. Then we're going to go to the newspaper, and we're going to do when I receive newspaper show. I'll just do, for the sake of this video, repeat 100 times, change ghost effect by -1. So as you can see, it's just a normal Fnaf fan game, but when you press new game, the buttons disappear, and the newspaper slowly fades into view. And that is really, really cool. So now once you've done that, you're going to go to the newspaper, and you're going to do broadcast, new message, broadcast new message, hide objects. You can name it whatever you want, but I just like to do hide objects. So, once you've done that, you go to main menu, and you do when I receive hide objects, hide, and you can also put this into static, your title animation with Flickering Friday Michael, also put it in your effects like the VHS lines. So, as you can see, it's a normal Fnaf fan game, and then when I press new game, the newspaper fades in like normal, and then we don't quite see what's happening behind. Now, if we make the newspaper hide, as you can see, there is nothing from the title screen that exists anymore. So, we're going to go to backdrops, and we're going to make the backdrop black. Make sure it's in vector 2, because vector is always the best. So as you can see, we got the background black. So, even if the newspaper like hides when like it will still be black, as you can see. Then after that, we're going to go to our newspaper, and we're going to do wait for a certain amount of seconds. Let's actually count how long it takes for us to count this. So just for the sake of it, I'll just do 8 seconds. 7 simple seconds. So 7 seconds after the newspaper appears, we're going to duplicate this, but then we're going to remove the broadcast hide objects and wait 7 seconds things. We're going to repeat 100 times, change ghost effect by 1 instead of -1. So if you do that, if we start the project again, it's a normal Fnaf fan game, everything's normal. We press new game, the newspaper fades in like normal. Everything on the title screen disappears. We give the newspaper a little read, help wanted, local warehouse, blah, blah, blah. We give it a little read, and then 7 seconds later, as you can see, the newspaper slowly fades away, and it just leads into a black screen. Now that we've done that, you go to your newspaper, and then after that, you do hide, wait 2 seconds, broadcast, new message, night 1. You got that, everyone? night 1. Now that you've done that, you go to your main menu and you do when I receive night 1, stop other scripts in Sprite. So what will that do? It will deactivate the music and it will stop the music from playing anymore, which is really, really good. Now that you've done that, I'm gonna save and we're going to make a new sprite and we're going to call this white/black screen. You guys probably don't understand this, but it's fine. You can call it Flash if you want to, but that's fine. So the first costume is just gonna be plain old white. But for the second costume, it's actually going to be black. And I'll explain later. But now that we've got that, we're going to put this into view. And now we're gonna go to backdrops.